gazebo.
Nice intro. That's also going to be how this episode starts now.
Okay, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to another session of Dungeons & Dragons, the Acquisitions Incorporated, the Den Crew. So, to give a quick small recap as to what had occurred in the last session, the adventuring party had continued and finished their traversing underneath the depths of Waterdeep as they were exploring the caverns that had opened up from a recent event of an earthquake. From there, they had encountered a known sewage line that at one point was to be used, but however, the project was abandoned when they encountered a creature that is known and native to that plane of existence. At which point, they continued on through their travels, and they encountered a small baby dragon. The dragon was wounded, as its breath weapon was not necessarily working as it should have, because it was both it was under a heap of rubble, which kind of crushed its chest in a bit, which gave it a little small problem using its breath weapon, which at the same time was also being harassed by two dark mantles, which the party managed to dispatch. It was at the end of their travels that they encountered a small shrine. The shrine had this, which from what Riffin was able to discover, was most likely the epicenter on possibly where the earthquake may have occurred or started, but he believes that most of the magical essence that had occurred has passed, and no current threats or dangers should persist. But it was also during that time that one of the original city watchmen who had originally come down to investigate the earthquake was there, but however, though, they were not of their right of mind, as it was later found out through Julie that apparently whoever it was that touched the altar affected them mentally. It was at which point they managed to get out. They had a small ambush by, well, not necessarily ambush, but more of a run-in with an individual known as Otis, who offered to help the party because obviously having a dragon coming out in the city would have caused a nightmare, as well as, well, the wards were also another issue. So he arranged a potential place where the dragon could probably be dug out without any or many people knowing of the public knowing of it. So that is under the hush-hush as he had promised, which would most likely take a day or two, give or take. At which point, the individuals had then met up with Omendron again. And from there, he did somewhat, quote-unquote, apologize for in a dismissing manner, but however, though, he then offered the group a potential chance to work for him due to no type of intern or tests needed, as they obviously took the job originally when they were mistaken for another group. So it is now presented to them a potential chance and sign-in under his company. which is where we currently are at right now.
So is it the same day? Is it a new day?
It's right now the same day because no one hasn't stated if they were going to sign, because it sounded like it was a situation where people may have wanted to think about it or think it over.
Yeah, I would say we give it a day's thought, go to the inn, sleep,
Get the nightmares out.
for the evening, and then in the morning, before we go to check back with him, check on our little scaly friend to make sure that that is progressing.
Okay.
At least that's my thoughts on it. I don't know about the rest of the group.
I gotta check my little buddy.
All right, so you guys are technically breaking off for a moment, at least for this day.
Yeah, early morning, I guess it probably wouldn't hurt to slip out before breakfast kind of thing to check on things.
Are they letting us sleep here instead of like going to find an inn or something, or?
They'll allow you to think it over for a day. You can basically find an inn nearby.
Yeah.
But let's see. As far as it goes, let's see who this encounter happens to. So, 2, 3.
Hey, Riffin, you know this place rather well. Is there an inn around here that that you think is more reputable that we could stay at? That isn't too
Particularly cheap.
expensive?
If nothing changed in the years that I haven't been here, then I think so.
All right. During your investigation of possible locations that you may know or at least may remember, you do come across one thing. And I take it at this point it's only Riffin and Aura at this point. What's Bolgan doing?
Well, I said I was
thought
going.
Bolgan was going with us.
Okay. So let me see.
And probably the little one too, just being.
Or sleeping in.
Yeah.
As for for Jule, he actually requests to he wants to stay behind at the Acking building for a moment. He needs to look in on something.
All right, if you're sure. We'll be looking for a place to rest. When we find one, we'll come back for you or send missive.
If you get lost, shoot a firebolt in the air. At worst, you'll set the building on fire and we'll find you that way.
At worst. I'm pretty sure the guards would come at that point.
And then you find your way out. It works.
Okay, so
I don't think it works.
So as you three leave the building, and you start to go towards the general area that you believe, give me what's everyone's passive?
Of which?
Perception.
Perception. I can figure out where it's located on my ship. Passive
13.
perception.
The passives are below the saving throw box.
Wisdom,
says-
intellect, and...
In wisdom, yeah. So you have passive wisdom, which is perception.
Okay. Yeah, that's just a 10 for me.
Alright. Galdor, what was yours?
11.
13.
Okay. Aura, you actually seem to pick up on this. Let me see here.
Sounds like a little Jule may have just arrived.
Yep. Alright, we'll get to you in a moment, Jule.
Sorry, I'm late, guys.
Perfectly
Alright,
fine.
so
Just starts running up to us. Hey!
Don't leave me!
well, actually, I got something else in store for Jule.
Oh boy.
So let's see here.
Involves a maid outfit and a beer commercial.
Now,
Oh dear.
Aura,
Yes.
you at first you don't take too much mind of it at first, but however, you notice someone not necessarily in rags, but more like It seemed like a very down-to-earth type of person. Lightly wearing clothing, like... You think they're wearing a flower crown of some sort?
Huh.
Which, at first, it's like, oh, it's nothing. Until you see her actually, give what looks to be a berry to a gnome.
Do I recognize this gnome?
You do, actually.
Mm.
This gnome is the one who sold you that stupid map.
Oh yes. Yes, definitely.
There will be
definitely.
death soon.
He also sold one of my friends some very crappy healing potions.
So, after this small exchange, when the person leaves off, what do you do?
I'm gonna just kind of nudge my companions and just kind of tilt my head slightly, and I'm gonna tail the gnome.
I don't like it when people
Go
deceive
for it.
my friends.
I
Okay.
switch.
Okay, so
I feel like, Gal, you're just getting dragged along like, oh, these guys again.
so you see him not. Let's see. Does he even notice you guys? He go ahead. He seems to not pay any mind or attention or notice that you guys are around, and you start to see him go down an alleyway.
I'm gonna stay on the outside, and I'm gonna try to like peek around the corner to see if he's doing anything too shady.
All right. And at first, he doesn't. You see him start to actually set up a small rickety sack shop, actually.
Really? Does this look anything like his past one?
Possibly?
Mm-hmm.
And you notice the berry that was given to him as it's squeezed out in a small barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Healing berry.
Which, now, remind me, was it you
I
who had
get
any
it.
of the potion, or...
It was the other ones, but whenever they took
I
them,
get it.
when the other ones took them, it didn't seem to heal them.
Well,
At
we got
least
like 1
to me.
HP each.
Oh, hello, Turbo.
But, as far as it goes, for whoever it was that drank one of these potions, you might have an idea as to why it didn't have as much healing as a normal potion would, and
I know.
possibly the taste.
Well, I drank one, but I have no earthly idea what you're talking about.
In that case, give me a... Let's see, what would be the best check on this? Give me a nature check.
Nature. +0. How amazing. Just a 7.
It's like... it's like he's squeezing juice out of a berry. Like, I don't know the significance for it. So, you see him kind of like prepping for the day. What do you guys do?
Well, if
I'm
he
gonna
doesn't seem
kill
like
him.
he's going anywhere, I'm going to walk up.
Well, in that case, I think I'm going to follow. Just for a little muscle intimidation, just in case.
Okay.
So I'm still probably not happy I only got 1 HP when I took that potion.
Darling, there you are. I've been searching so far for you. Good to see you again, dear.
I lean over on his stand as he's setting it up.
Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to thank you so much for the map and the potions you gave us. They were quite helpful.
Oh.
Logan,
Really?
weren't they helpful?
Oh man, I nearly died. And I had this little potion to try and bring me back to full health. Man, it would have been so horrible if the potion didn't work the way it was described to.
Very much so.
Yeah.
It would be a
Do I-
pity for anyone to think that such lovely items such as yours were knockoffs, wouldn't it?
Of course not. I mean, I, I get them from the Zentarum, and
Say, would you do me a favor? I was thinking about taking this mace and breaking a few bones, and let's just see how fast the healing potions really work.
give me an intimidation roll at that point.
With advantage?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, I got a +2 to intimidation, so does that mean I roll a second intimidation roll as well?
Yep.
Yes.
Tell me your better result.
That's a 14. 19! So that's 21.
He, at first, what looked like a calm gnome, is now sweating bullets at this.
Now, dear, we would hate to ruin any of your potential business for the day, but you see, we're a little bit, well, let's say we are overwhelmed by many of the things we dealt with, and while your lovely potions did do some healing, I feel that some compensation might be in order.
At which point he kind of ruffles through his bags, and it's like he doesn't really have much coin on him, but what he does pull out are what looks like various trinkets, and you think it might be a copper piece or two. At best, he probably has like 5 copper on him.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. We are going to have some words, aren't we?
Hey, Riffin, you got any chains over there?
No.
Uh-oh. Looks like I'm about to use intestine.
You know,
At that point, he actually starts to run, but at the moment he runs, you don't know what happened, but it's like the moment he started running away, the stand just collapsed as he just runs down an alley.
shall we?
Yeah. I like a little fast meal before breakfast.
Might as well.
At which point everyone's like looking over, it's like, what the hell just happened there, or whatever. And most people are just not even paying much attention. They're just minding their own business. So we're gonna cut over to Jule at this point. So, Jule, you have returned back to the Acquisitions Incorporated building with everyone else at the time, and they had originally decided to give it a day to think over on the business signing deal that Omen had presented to the group. You were, however, asked to stay behind by a similar individual that you had encountered, which at first you didn't feel comfortable because of the multiple eye things, but
Yeah, those.
it was at which point it's like you were asked to go to a room, which oddly enough was the same room that you had encountered him in. And oddly enough, it's set up almost like a classroom.
Welcome to Wizarding 101.
I've seen this show.
So, you were asked to sit down.
Mr. Potter.
And at which point... Oh, well, hello again, my small green Verdant friend. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Wonderful.
Why
wonderful.
was I called here?
Well, I wanted to actually take some time and, well, I've been getting some interesting insights regarding you and your companions. I might be jumping the gun on this, but I believe if you are to get more of a head in the company, I figured it would be a good opportunity to teach you an extra thing or two about the magic that we use here.
Okay, I do like learning more about.
Now, this is not normal magic. While it does follow under the same rules as magic. However, though, as he pulled, I suppose you have a couple coins on hand, yes?
Yeah, and I'll take some out of my.
Ah, good. Excellent, excellent. In that case, let's leave those three there. It is time I show you how the royalty component takes effect. So, basically, at which point you are showing a new form of how magic works. And because of this, it almost seems to replace the material component, but at the same time, it doesn't. You experiment with a few spells, and out of curiosity, what first level spells do you know?
Alright, let me pull up my spell list. I have Chromatic Orb, Guiding Bolt, and Healing Word.
Okay. Give me a general arcana check.
Alright, that's a +4. Come on, lucky dice. That is a 19.
19? Okay. You realize, while in some form fashion, as it uses material components, you would think in most cases that when you spend or at least use a magical effect from a spell, it tends to spend the material component. You notice it's not necessarily dissolving in the way on how material components tend to dissolve. It seems to more like is placed somewhere else. And you realize that some of the spells that potentially are there to learn are starting off spells. You are being shown a first level spell on how the royalty component works, which, for the most part, is generally one gold piece. But you also realize there is more of a kick of a punch to some of these spells. But in retrospect, the royalty component. Unique brand of spellcasting mixes arcane expertise with a particular kind of pecuniary favor. New spells originally developed by Jim spawned a new type of spell component, which has since spread to other spells created by employees and franchisees of Acquisitions Incorporated, the royalty component. To cast a spell that employs a royalty component, including using a spell scroll or other magic items that store such a spell, a caster must have sufficient funds on their person. The cost of the casting is set by the caster who creates the spell, but is typically 1 gold piece per spell slot level. When the spell is cast, the royalty is magically transported to a coffer or other object designated by the creating spellcaster. This payment is made whether the caster using the spell is aware of the royalty component or not. If the caster does not have sufficient funds, the spell is not lost, but it cannot be cast. Though many casters have tried to circumvent the royalty component, none have ever fully succeeded. However, it is said that a character could attempt something, which you may have to do some experimentation at a later point.
So what I'm getting out of this is
Yeah,
spells
I'm
cost
lost.
money.
Only those through Acquisitions Incorporated spells. This is something that Julie
Fun.
is getting a bit more of an insight on because
So does that mean if she were to create a spell, she would get paid?
if she were to create it, possibly, but you're not sure.
I'm just curious how this works out of character.
I'm lost completely. I guess I
But,
never really played a wizard type, so...
Well,
It's specific to this module, I guess.
yes. But you generally have a better idea on how the royalty component works now, Julie. So,
Right.
so with that said, for the rest of you, for the earlier run-in, you do manage to find them, possibly give them a bloody eye or two. And at which point, let's see, so I'd say at this point you find the inn that you were originally looking for. Not
We rob him
exactly.
blind? Do we depants him? What are we doing?
Oh, you tell me. What do you guys do to end
I
the
mean,
so-called deed?
technically, I'm not evil. However, I do feel justice should be served with somebody who swindled us.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore,
We
I'm
nearly
rifling through
died
his
because of this guy.
I'm rifling through his pockets.
He doesn't really have much in his pockets. In fact,
Does he have anything of value on his person?
Oh, hell no.
Okay, maybe a little bit roughed up, and then, just for the sake of humiliation, let's steal his clothes.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna throw them into, like, a waterway somewhere.
I am
Now
not
that's
being
my kind of
blunt.
thinking.
I'm going shopping.
I mean, my friends nearly died because this guy didn't sell us potions that helped, so I'm totally
little
down
bit-
for this.
A little minor humiliation for the man is nothing, really. And of
No,
course,
but
we
the city
are kind enough to let
otherwise-
him know that if we do ever see you selling any of these paltry wares to anyone that we deem to be a good, upstanding citizen, we will tell the guard on you.
And that's
He's
if
not
we
even-
don't kill you first.
At this point, he's not even conscious. He's like, ah.
I think he gets the memo.
Good. Shall we?
Yes.
And we continue on to an inn.
Okay.
Just picturing this tiny, streaking little gnome going, yeah, running through the streets.
All right. So you managed to find the inn that you had remembered from Days of Yonder.
Can I just say that I did take the copper and stuff, even though there's hardly any of it?
Sure.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better.
It's still not exactly run down, but it's manageable.
Okay.
So,
Does it look like there's bed bugs?
Or rats of
No.
unusual size.
no.
Okay, good. So it looks like it's kind of a medium, maybe a Motel 6.
Possibly.
Pay by the hour kind of place.
I want to stay at a good inn.
Well,
you weren't
can pay
here.
for it.
To let us know.
Where were you, Little Green? I missed you.
So wait. Are we saying Little Green caught up to us while we were bludgeoning this gnome and stealing his clothes?
Walks up, sees us bludgeoning, turns around, walks off.
No, she recognizes this guy who stole, pretty much some of her money with shitty ass, whatever. She probably steals his shoes.
They fit.
No.
What was that? You cut out.
Yeah, you
I-
did.
Sorry, I said I'd see you guys beat him up, and I'd just be like, "Good, excellent."
You want a piece of this, darling?
No, you're good.
I'm not even there.
All right.
I'm
So
just
you're
window
still-
shopping.
You're just standing back where the the thing was? Because we need you, because you know your way around the town. You were leading us to find an inn.
Yeah, I'm close by. I'm just window shopping.
It's like, I have nothing to do with this. If the gods show up, they won't know that it's me. Da, da, da.
Basically.
I pick up Julie. All right, shall we continue? Sigh. Onward!
I got a good workout this morning. Punching bag and all.
Alright. So you managed to find an inn, and it's roughly like a 2 silver stay, so...
Like split between all of us, or are we all getting our own room?
Yeah, it's 2 silver per room kind of deal.
Well, depending on the size
I
of
would
rooms
like
and
to
how many beds there
offer a
are.
performance.
You kind of broke up there. What'd you say?
She's
Sorry.
going bard.
Nah.
I would like to offer a story in exchange for a free meal and a place to stay.
Okay.
I'm using my background feature.
Entertainer?
Nope, name dropping. I'm the celebrity adventure scions is of my father's adventure.
It's like, okay, sure.
I assume the rest of us still got to pay 2 silver, though?
Hey,
It depends.
I'm going to pay 2 silver.
Okay.
What's the nicest rooms they have?
Probably... Let's see, I have to get the handbook out for that one. And just so I know, 2 silver is generally like what type of rooming, lodging?
I would say average, maybe. Or kind of nice, depending on the city.
Let's see here. That would be... Interesting. Let's see. It's generally, it's not exactly poor, but it's not exactly modest. So it's like maybe 2.5 stars.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and remove my 2 then.
Are we doubling up or no?
Well, I am quite large, so I'm not sure how well I would fit in a room with everybody else. Unless there's a room big enough for multiple people, then yeah.
Julie, do you want to share a room, darling?
sure.
I'll share a room with Julie, and I'll put in my half of the room cost, considering she doesn't pay for hers.
Okay.
Unless technically it goes as, you know, the room itself is covered, in which case, hey, we save money.
All right then.
Riffin, what about you? You want to bunk together?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm going shopping.
Okay.
All night? Well, I'll get a room then.
All right. So, what exactly are you shopping for, Riffin?
Armor.
Okay.
How do you remove 2 silver? Because I just tried that and it didn't work.
It's not smart. You need to first convert, remove 1 gold, and then add 8 silver, basically.
But all right. So you're getting new armor. Now, out of curiosity, who originally took the Ori device?
Nani?
It was the thing that was on the altar at the time. Was that you, Galdor, or was that Julie?
Didn't we take, like, bits of it and put it in separate containers and give
Yeah.
it to the people?
Well, here's the thing: who has the main piece?
We
I
don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah, we just said we split it up and then we
All
give
right,
it to
then
people
You know what? We'll decide right
afterwards.
now.
Because I'm pretty sure we would have given it to them once we got up there, right? Because we don't know what the hell this is, and it apparently tried to mind
Yeah.
control people. I don't want this
Pretty sure
anywhere
we
on
would-
me.
Yep.
Yeah.
We would have pretty
Well,
sure given it to either Acquisition Incorporated or the guards.
well,
that's
well, at
Stars
the
guy.
Well, yeah, when you tried to give it to the guards or the Gray Hand, they weren't interested in it. It didn't seem like something that they needed to look into.
Even not if it has to do with earthquakes
Well,
on the city.
well, when you mentioned that for Omen, he actually wants you guys to make it a personal mission to actually try to investigate on what it can do.
Wonderful. You can hold on to it until then.
Which, in the meantime, you were... Since Riffin was the one who mentioned it, you were actually asked to keep a hold of the main piece. And,
do I look smart to you?
Just leave it under that couch or something, Dad. They'll never notice.
Now,
It's all bird's nest outside.
oddly enough, though, you do notice, even though you remember putting it in separate bags, you don't know exactly when or how, but somehow the plating on it had completely fixed itself. Even when you could have swore you put it in separate bags.
All right, we're gonna break this up and try again, shall we?
All right, get my mace ready.
I don't trust this thing coming together.
Honestly, I would not have been looked at it at all after we.
Well, you
Out of sight, out of mind.
Well, originally you were under the impression not to like mess with it, but you kind of noticed it as you were like getting ready to pay the for the new armor as you're searching through your bags to get your gold, and it's like, wait a minute, this wasn't fully assembled. At which point it's like, I think I'll put this away and we'll talk about it later, kind of thing. So just a general idea for you to stick with for now. But aside from if you decide to look at it again, it doesn't seem to be doing anything else.
Good. I don't want an earthquake in my backpack.
So, generally, after everyone makes their purchases for the evening, and it is the next day, what does everyone do? Or what do they talk about?
Wake up, look over at Julie. She's probably just in the center of her bed, surrounded by pillows.
5 more minutes.
That's adorable. I'm gonna go start getting ready. Actually, I don't know how far this trip is, if we are going there and stuff, but I at least want to clean up because I was in a freaking mine shaft for most of yesterday and I need a wash.
I'm covered in poop.
You probably washed last night.
I'm probably still washing. It's like it just won't come off, the psychological scars.
Get all nice and ready, prepare my outfit, count my lovely coins and other accessories. Oh, addendum. Could I have sold some of those items? I mean, technically, I did talk to you about that at the end of last episode, but for the sake of the audience, can we say that I sold the stuff last night before coming back to the hotel to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. And after I am fully ready and stuff, I don't want to touch Jewel's stuff because that's her personal property. But that gives her probably about another 10, 15 minutes or so. I'm going to go up and kind of nudge her a little bit. Hey, I think they have breakfast ready.
5 more minutes.
I gave you 15, Dad.
Fine. And I'll get up and get dressed and go downstairs.
I am heartily eating. Like a lot of it. Like you need to hurry up, Jewel, or there's not going to be anything left.
I'm gonna walk over and steal a strip of his bacon. And then sit down right next to him.
I'm just gonna sniff the air. Buffoon, have you bathed yet? You still smell like that sewer.
You smell fine, dear. She's joking.
It's okay. It's 'cause it's you. Anybody want some toast? There's a lot of it.
Yoink.
I'm buttering up a toast.
Snatch.
I just take it out of his hand.
For a friend, it's okay.
I take a while longer since I'm
So,
donning my scale mail.
did anyone think upon what that man asked about us last night? Are we at least considering it?
Are you talking about the job opportunity?
Hmm.
Man, I don't know. I mean, look at the literal shit we had to go through yesterday.
True, but this one isn't underground, at least that we know of.
Well, I guess I could give it a shot for a
And
little
we get
while.
to explore the countryside a bit.
Well, I was
Yes.
already doing that, so...
That will get us out of this town, at least.
You know what? You just sold me on that.
But before we leave, I need to buy a diamond.
Oh. Do you have enough money for a diamond?
Yes.
Good point. We will need some actual things that can help us this time. We'll have to look at shops to see if they have any potions or the like.
I totally have not sold anything yet.
Also, before we go up to give him our decision, I would like to go back to our lovely scaled friend and make sure there's progress there. Not that I don't trust the man who was so adamant on helping us, but I don't trust the man that was so adamant on helping us.
I get you. I mean, we don't know him from
That's
anybody else. For all we know, he was a slaver pretending to be a guy. I mean, he really might have wanted to get the dragon out of there, and we saw that as being true. He might have wanted to get him out of there to sell him off to a circus or something. And now I'm really nervous for our little dragon.
Regardless of what we decide to do to leave this town, I cannot, in good standing, not check on the dragon to make sure he's fine. And I'm keeping my voice down when I say the word dragon, because I don't know how the town will react considering the words.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried too. What about you, little one?
Yeah, we can go check. And if that little person lied to us about wanting to help, I say we track him down.
Steal his clothes.
You hold it. Oh, steal his clothes, yes. But Buffoon, you hold him, and then I set him on fire.
Can I lean back a little bit so I don't burn as much?
You'll be fine.
Okay, I trust you.
Speaking of trust and burning, has anyone seen Riffin this morning?
You know what? I've been smelling bacon all this morning, so I haven't really noticed. That's a cop joke. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
He has to be around here somewhere.
What do you think? Wait a few more minutes? If he's not down by then, possibly go and see if he's breathing.
Nah, he's fine.
Honestly, knowing, I kind of lead forward, and I'm like, honestly, by this point, considering all the shit we went through yesterday, I wouldn't put it past him to just leave the town.
Yeah, those feet were
Nobody
kind of...
left.
Those feet really kind of laid into him.
Those feet were horrible.
Everything was horrible down there. The stupid blood plant, the feet, the damn... whatever the hell it was, monster. Those freaking
Don't
flying
forget the giant
umbrellas.
spider.
That actually was like one of the least bit of issues we had.
Yeah,
What was that, like a one
The
shot?
exploding took a nice turn on that. Giant death worm
it
too.
was one shot.
To be fair, he wasn't much of a threat, but I do not like the idea of giant spiders, so yes, even him.
Okay. By this time I have done my armor. Shield on my back. Okay.
Oh, good, he's still here.
Hey, I made you a BLT while you were doing whatever you were doing.
What now?
Have some
Yep.
breakfast with us, dear. Bacon, lettuce.
Tomato, and I threw egg in for being fancy.
So it's a belt.
Yes. Would you like to eat a belt?
It's a
It's a delicious belt. Or your nutritious breakfast.
Sure, why not? I hope it doesn't.
No,
taste
it's not.
leathery.
Okay, so it's the T isn't for tomato; it's for toast. So it's bacon, toast, egg. I don't know what the L would be for at that point because lettuce just seems a little bit weird. But we could totally do this as a breakfast sandwich.
Sure. Why not?
Woo!
We survived.
I even threw a few extra letters in there for random things like avocado.
Oh Jesus Christ!
What?
Do you know if this place serves breakfast ale?
Well, I mean, if they don't, we could probably go get some.
I'm just saying we should at
I
least
mean-
drink together, considering that we
The
almost
trauma
all
we
died.
one way to
experienced.
five.
So
I know
much
some people
trauma.
think it might be a little bit early for drinking, but this is a celebratory one drink.
As well as a chance to help put some of our woes at ease for a little while.
Exactly.
Freaking shit monsters and feet. Giant death worms.
Tentacle.
Alright, so you finish your breakfast, you acquire what items you plan to get for the day, and you go and check on the location that is where you were told the dragon is supposed to be popping out of?
Well, either that location or actually in the tunnels.
I'm just picturing the image of like a xenomorph popping out of someone's chest with the dragon popping out of the earth.
Alright, well, for those who are watching, generally, from what you were originally told, or at least informed, the location would be on the outskirts of town, generally around this area.
Are you on the map?
Yeah, I'm on roll 20 at the moment.
Okay. Are you like north, south? What? Not there.
South.
Give me a second. I'll switch over.
I mean, I know it'll be outside of town if we actually go out there and look to that general area, but he also said a day or so. So
Yeah.
depending on how much they've dug, if the dragon was digging or if something else was digging to ensure that it wouldn't collapse while it was digging its way out. I don't know, man. I just want to check to make sure the
Well,
dragon's still
doing
alive and almost
something.
free.
And
Well-
then do something.
Well, if you check on the surface, on where you believe where the entrance is, you do notice people around the area getting ready to actually start doing the digging.
Mm-hmm.
Those bastards lied to us. They didn't even get started yet.
Well, he did say a day at least for paperwork.
Yeah, to be fair, he did say that stupid paper.
Bureaucrats.
Who knew adventuring involves so much paperwork?
Not in any other town, I'll tell you that much.
I just gave a guy a coin that said dig. And then hit him if he didn't dig.
Sounds about right.
So
Yeah.
So you do believe, or at least you get the sense that he was true to his word. But now, as for and what else was anyone else wanting to check on? Or
Okay, let's see here. First of all, equipment, inventory. I mean, technically, we have a little bit of money on us. Should we get legit health potions if they sell them here?
After what happened, that does sound kind of nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe I should be carrying one of those too.
Okay, they should be.
On other news, that thingy we got from down under. Yeah, it's somehow putting itself back together again, even though we put it in different bags.
Wait. You mean it's put
What?
itself together even though we were in separate rooms last night?
We were in
Yeah.
separate rooms, definitely, and I don't know what time any of you went to bed. My bag
Pretty
was
early.
where it was whenever I woke up this morning, so...
Mine too.
And the door was still locked.
Alright, well, we live in a world of magic and stuff, so membly-jumbly, kinda assembly thing.
I don't like the idea of those pieces being together, because I'm not sure exactly what this can do, but I know that it was on a place that...
Anybody want to chuck it in the ocean?
I'm not sure about
I mean,
that,
I
but
could try launching a see what happens.
I say we break it apart again and try our best to keep it separated just for the sake of my mind.
Ooh, what happens if we sell it to that gnome? That's his problem after
That
that.
gnome does not have.
The whole town might fall apart. Who knows? Maybe we should do
Aren't
that.
we
I
leaving
like that
town?
idea.
Aren't we leaving town, though?
We could always put it in separate houses in the town, different buildings, and then, you know, once we've already left, who knows how long it takes to get together, and then it comes together and forms another earthquake. It won't be our problem.
Yeah, we'll be out of town by then.
I mean, I could also mail it to Daddy. He could watch it for us.
What happens if it explodes in the mail?
What happens if your father gets it and then it...
Explodes.
I would hate to put
Well,
your family in that kind of risk, dear.
He's fine. He's fought a jet.
What kind of
what I
trap?
got the
Ancient
earthquake-
Green.
You're kind of breaking up there. I don't know if anybody else heard that or not.
I heard I heard Walls say
Ancient-
ancient green, and Galdor was saying sorry. What were you saying?
The earthquake only happened because someone was trying to do something with it with magic.
Give me-
True.
Give me an
So hit it
Arcana
with a
check.
mace.
I want everyone to give me an Arcana check since you guys are talking about this, and I presume this conversation is kind of being off on the side. With like, are you showing the item to everyone, or is this more just?
No, he probably just mentioned it.
Offhandedly. I only got a 12, so...
And considering we're in the middle of outside the city,
Yeah, looking at a bunch of
I
grass.
don't think.
If anybody overheard
22.
us, they are a butterfly.
Yeah. If anyone heard us, it might have been the workers who were technically supposed to be started working on the hole, depending on
Well,
how far
they
away
are.
they are from us.
I'm an ancient, powerful wizard digging a hole.
Well, what do you know?
I'm a lich.
I already wasted a 20 on this.
Oh,
Hooray!
well, actually. All right. So what? All right. So, Bolgan got a 12, and you got a nat 20, Griffin.
Yeah.
Did anyone else roll?
16.
I got a 22.
Okay. Between Riffin and you don't think that even though this thing has assembled, it doesn't seem to have the same type of magical power it once held. And
Anyone have dispel magic?
and well, as far as it goes, you don't think destroying it would be a wise thing.
Won't know until we try it.
I'm not
No.
saying destroy it. I'm saying to break it up into pieces like it was
no,
before.
No, guys, only Riffin and Jule know this information.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
So your only logical sense is to maybe study it to figure out exactly the correct way to dismantle it.
Well, I'm not that logic, and I'm not studious, so.
I don't know if anyone in our group is really the
I don't know anything about magic.
wise
Give it to-
kind.
Me, I'll take it.
Don't,
Yeah,
Didn't
sure.
this thing
Don't
almost
chew
try
on
to
it.
read your mind earlier?
That was the altar.
How do you know it wasn't this?
It came from the altar.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
If this were a video game, what's your wisdom modifier?
To be fair,
I have a +1 to wisdom.
So do I.
+0.
I have an intelligence of 11.
But what about wisdom?
12.
So you have a +2. You should be holding on to it.
I got a +1.
A 12 should be a plus. Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. 12 is a +1. Never mind. So we're all equally wise. This is horrible.
The only thing is that I do have
and for your
saving
information,
throw for it, I guess.
and for your information, it wasn't this thing that Jule touched. It was the altar that Jule touched.
Listen, I am not a magic user. This thing could have affected the altar for all my character knows.
A wizard did it.
I thought it was part of the altar. Oh well.
Yeah, we're like completely just like, they want us to study this. We are not the.
This is out of my pay grade.
So,
It'll be.
Shall we go find a potion shop?
Merrily.
Yes, let's.
Yeah.
all right.
How's it go
So-
skipping down the road?
You do manage to find a shop that sells potions, but however, they do inform you that their stock is limited. So, for retrospect, if everyone decides, you can at least purchase up to 2 potions each.
How much do they run?
They're normally 50 gold pieces up.
50 is reasonable, and it's within the normal range.
Is there any way we could try to
Haggle?
persuade them? Yeah, haggle them down a little bit.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Jule, do
I
your
can't
thing.
do that.
Do your thing, Jule.
I mean, are you sure you can't go little? Me, please.
Give them the puppy eyes. Give them
Ah,
the
damn,
puppy eyes.
Puppy eyes. Even I can't.
It's
do
tiny
anything
and
about
green
that.
and got big eyes that look at you just
Okay,
so.
that is a 17 plus 6 for puppy dog eyes. That is 23 for puppy dog eyes.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
I cannot.
Hmm?
Even I cannot handle that.
So cute.
so how many were you planning on buying?
I wanted to get at least 1.
Yeah, I was wanting minimum of 1 as well, but 2 if I could haggle it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
so
So
At normal price, I don't have enough gold to buy 2.
So for 2 it would be 100 gold.
Yeah.
That'd only leave me with 49 left. And I was like, man, I really don't want to have under, 50 gold.
I'll
So,
give you a gold. It's fine.
No, it's fine.
all right, so I'm hearing how many potions now? 3?
I would think.
I do at least 1.
I think
I would
everybody
think
wants a
all of
minimum
us-
of 1.
Yeah. So that's
So
And then
that's maybe-
depending on how much of a bargain it is. I do want 2. So that's at least 5, maybe 6.
Do you need a
Alright, so-
persuasion from anybody
Julie and
else, or
stuff.
All right, so if you are getting at least 6, so 50, so times 6, that's what?
300.
And because of the Verdan puppy dog eyes,
does anyone else need to roll a persuasion, or is that good enough?
She rolled
no,
a
that's good.
23.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a possibility to go higher, but
So you can cut it down to at least 200 gold.
Jesus.
Okay,
Yeah,
I can.
I thought that would 250, but
I can work with that. So that's roughly 33 gold apiece, and then 1 extra. I'll pay the 1 extra, so I'll pay the 34.
Okay.
Okay, so
So 33, you said?
33 for 1.
So that'd be what, 66 for 2 then?
66 for 2
Okay.
on your end.
I
And
don't think. I think it's for D6. It's 200. Not
Yeah.
normally.
Yeah, it's for just for this one. And you just managed to find a good deal because someone knew how to persuade.
Pull on the heartstrings and be cute.
So for 600 for everybody,
So
or excuse me,
that's
66 for everybody for 2.
No.
no. Okay,
No,
okay. So
I'm
like
still confused.
no. Okay, so
For
it's 30,
D6, it's 200.
200. 200 divided by the 6 potions is 33 gold, 0.33333, etc.
Yeah.
per bottle. I got 2 and you got 2, which means you pay 66.
Yeah, okay.
I pay technically 67, so that 0.333 equals out. And then the other ones who only got the 1 potion pay 33 each.
Gotcha. Okay. So I just went ahead and removed mine. I'm gonna add my 2 potions to it. These are standard potions, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Common gear
Cool.
potions.
Potion.
These are not potions, apparently.
Oh,
Yeah,
frick.
I've already went over with.
No! No!
Potion
what
of
did
healing.
I do?
I'm going up by 2.
I lost it. I was trying to add a secondary from oh god.
By the way, Sir Dan, I appreciate you helping me out with that potion thing. Having it on standby was really quick.
Right.
Okay, so this is common.
Mm-hmm.
We learned earlier when we were testing this that if you do not have anything selected and you put in like potion of healing, a 4th one will be visible.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys
I'm-
get make your
I'm set
purchases,
there.
and you head back to the King building.
Might as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I just need to pick up my diamond for my.
Oh, yes, that's right. What kind of diamond are you looking for, and how much?
Let's see, it is for chromatic orb. Chromatic orb. I just need a diamond worth at least it.
That is consumed upon the spell, right?
Nope.
No,
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 not
so
chromatic
that's your
orb.
focus.
basically.
Nice.
So I guess the
Yeah.
better the diamond, the better the focus.
No.
Not
It depends
quite.
on the spell.
But for sake of brevity, you do find a jeweler with a gem of that spell focus.
Yay.
And DM,
Now I
just so
can
you
throw acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder.
Just so
Huzzah.
you know, I sold the key and I sold the necklace. I am keeping the platinum ring because it's shiny.
Oh, right.
Okay.
That's
I also sold off my necklace and that jewel I had,
Gotcha.
which is why I had the money in order to be able to buy this stuff.
Right.
how much would I get for my old leather armor?
Let's see. That'd be like, I believe that's half price for leather armor. So I'll just double check on what leather pricing is because it's not much.
It's 10 gold normally.
So 5 gold.
Okay. And necklace was 10 gold, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so you head back to the building, and while Omen himself is not there, another individual is in his place as proper paperwork is presented and ready.
Does this actually have our proper names on it?
Do you read it?
Of course I do.
I don't think we wouldn't.
It is waiting for a fresh signature.
But does it have our proper names on it?
Like I said, it's waiting for a fresh signature.
Oh, you're talking about
This
that
is
kind
the-
of names. Okay.
So it's like
Yes.
sign here, print here, yada yada.
Pretty much. Pretty
Okay.
much.
In triplicates.
Here, here, and last page here.
Do we need an initial anywhere?
And do we get a copy of this?
A copy can be requested.
I would appreciate that, dear. I want to do a thorough read of this first,
Okay.
just to see what all we are signing up for.
Make sure we aren't signing a pact with some ancient demon or something.
as
Yeah.
for the job itself, that
I already did that.
Yeah, it happens. Listen,
As
your
for
college years.
all right. So
Guys.
as for the job is basically asking you to head to a town called Vandalin. This particular job, which was to be an expanded project for Acquisitions Incorporated. Now, from what you were originally informed, that payments have not been received in recent month, and no word from their secretarian had actually returned. The details of this job are to head to Phandalin, find out the current condition of the town, and make note on if further funding to the branch there should be halted, or if there, or at least report back to anything that had occurred on whatever findings that you may have found there.
Okay. So head to Phandalin, find out the town condition, and see if the payments should still be being billed.
Yes.
In other words, see if there's anyone in the company that's still alive.
Yes. That is essentially what the documents before you are presenting you with, as well as requesting you to look into.
And that's it. Nothing else. Just head to Vandalin, find out the town's condition, and see if these people are just, not paying.
Correct.
Anything about potentially doing some sort of reprimand if they are just holding out on money? Like, do we take them into custody? Anything like that?
As you're reading it, it doesn't necessarily give specific details, but there are implications on... It's like you're reading it and it's like, is it asking for law enforcement here, or is this asking for us carrying it out?
Like a wellness check kind of thing? It's like, it's hard to
Yeah.
tell. Are we the IRS or are we freaking...
Yeah, it's like, it's vague, but it's not clear. It's like, huh.
So I could interpret it as it's a wellness check, where someone else might, the company that wrote this out might interpret it as an IRS check. That's difficult. I don't like that. I'm going to point that out to my group. I feel like we would need some clarification on this one. Like, if they're just holding out on their money, then obviously they need to be brought to some sort of justice, but we are not guards, we are not enforcers. Do they want us to be enforcers? It's hard to tell on this.
I hate to think that we missed a bill. Somebody come and kick our butts and send us to jail.
Unless they want us to, I would not want that.
So do not engage in any physical force unless our lives depend on it.
Yeah.
Sounds about right
Sounds
to
good.
me.
Okay, I have my notes.
Alrighty.
Okay,
So,
I shall sign away on the line.
as
I should sign.
signed and documented from everyone thus far, I presume.
By the
Oh.
way, what's the dental
Sign
program
it.
like with this
I
sign
am
up?
going to ask about it. Are we
Alright.
supposed to do something about it if we do find them there? Just withholding money?
Well, if you can get information from them, and, well, nothing to be discreet, but at the same time, I understand that sometimes situations can be bloody due to circumstances and whatnot, but just use what best knowledge you can to get that information. So it's left at one's own disclosure.
So use what force we deem necessary, but don't go overboard.
Correct.
Like the gnome.
Don't say that.
You don't need to know the context.
I don't know the context.
The gnome we beat up in the alleyway.
Oh, right.
much would it cost to bring my dungeoneering pack up to normal capacity?
What did you use from your dungeoneering pack?
The pythons for the wall.
Do we need to re-ration or anything?
I mean, we didn't
Standard
grab
handbook.
them back whenever we were leaving.
The standard handbook price.
Not really. Okay.
Now, how far is it? Is this Fandolin or whatever you called it? How far away is that?
Let's see. And she kind of gets scroll out. Let's see if I'm looking at this right. It's about. Let's see. I presume it would be about roughly a 6 to 7 day travel.
By walking?
Yes.
Okay. Are we walking? Are we going to pay for horses?
You may need to consider walking because, from at least this is from what I've been hearing, coming in out from Neverwinter, normal roads heading to Fandolin don't seem to be as normal as they should be. So
A bit rocky.
possibly yes.
Well, thank you, dear. I appreciate that.
No problem.
I'm gonna wait. Let me check something really quick. Yeah, I'm going to give her a gold piece.
Oh, thanks. But she kind of waves you in. It's like, unfortunately, corporate policy states I can't accept it.
Oh, that's so sad.
What else? You could just drop it on the floor and walk away.
But however, she does point over to what looks like a coffer, and it has the Ac Inc. symbol.
But I don't want to. I don't want to tip Ac Inc. I want to tip her because she's being helpful.
We don't pay into the company we work for. The company pays us. By the way, how's health insurance around here?
Well, I'm still alive.
Do you go on adventures or do you sit behind a desk?
Oh, every once in a while, but right now I just have to do the filling in paperwork as of now. This is the thing I tend to enjoy every once in a while.
What's your name, dear?
Actually, that is a good question.
Listen, I'm gonna keep a good relationship with secretaries. It's
Yes.
important.
Hmm.
I just want to see if I actually have this character name here because. Okay, not that one. Ah, crap. Where's the other name? I don't have the first name here, but she does say. Where is it now? I apparently lost my notes on this.
Sorry.
We just want to call her Secretary 1 for now.
No, she deserves a name.
Money.
Tina, Destroyer of Nations.
Also secretary in our off hours.
She likes paperwork.
I always like the name Eleanor, personally.
Well, she does give a last name, which is a Drawn.
How do I spell this?
D-R-A-N.
Ms., Mrs.,
Miss.
Ms. Blank, because we don't know it yet for some reason. Can I get a brief description of her, please?
From what you see of her, You see her presented as a dirty blonde hair with blue eyes, light blue. And from judging from the ears, you think maybe half elf?
Okay, good to know.
The question is she cute, though?
I
Because
mean,
Bulkin might be uncomfortable, like, pretty girl.
I mean,
It's not important. I was just making a joke.
you
Yes.
think so? I mean,
Bulkin's like, I've been around dwarves too long. So many pretty girls in these cities.
but regardless, everyone is set.
Well, thank
And-
you, Miss Strawn.
You're welcome.
I will keep this all in mind.
At which point, you are given another, at least, yeah. So, what does everyone? Do they plan on heading out right away, or what's the plan?
I just want to ask how long it would take. Like I don't know exactly how the system is for requesting a copy. Like, would that just be on file for me to pick up after a few days, like after I return from whatever it is that's out there, or?
They will send a copy. Oh, I'll let
Via
you
courier or something?
Yeah, they'll send They'll send it via courier.
Okay. I kind of like the idea of keeping records of anything we do with this company.
If
Just
they're keeping
for-
records on us. Best keep records on them, too.
Yeah, just for our own, insurance.
Okay, so everyone is well supplied and ready for travel?
I think so.
Okay then. So you do know that you need to head north for this upcoming travel.
But I
So-
came from the north. Darn it. I've already seen these sites.
And you do have a bit of a trek before you, and you leave probably around before the afternoon hours.
Do we have enough tenting and things in case we do? Because they said several days travel. Like, I have a bedroll and that stuff, but do we want to perhaps purchase a tent or two just to keep us out of the elements in case it starts to rain or something?
I'm sure it'll be.
I don't know about that. I came from the north. Weather can get kind of rough up north. Might be a good idea to get something. How's the weather this season, by the way?
Rather sunny.
So we're looking more of like a spring, summertime kind of deal, or
It's like midsummer.
so pretty hot then? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I normally travel from tavern to tavern or inn to inn, so I'm not used to camping out.
You're dragging along a giant box that has a door on it for comfort's sake. My portable inn. Now with wheels. Can you actually buy a tent, or is it?
2-person tent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's only 4 of us, so it's like me and Jules could be in one, you two could be in the other one. But
Honestly, with my size, it may be better if I was with Jules.
No.
no co-ed tents!
Riff would be like, I can't breathe.
Riffin will be fine.
I think I need a 2-person tent just for my own character.
You aren't that big. It's fine.
It's just 2 cool pieces. I'll buy one.
Okay.
What do you think, Jules? Yes, maybe.
I agree. That's good.
Okay. So 1 for the boys, 1 for the ladies. We go on halfsies on it, Jules.
Yep,
Well,
we'll go
That
halfsies.
depends.
And
Bogdan's might have to buy his own tent. I like my room.
okay.
It's no problem. I could get one.
How much do they weigh? Like 10 pounds, 5 pounds? I forget.
That's a question. 10,
20.
Yeah.
But that includes all the stuff that is needed. Okay, let's see here. Weight carried, 84 pounds. How much can I carry?
15 times your strength.
If you click on...
I have a negative 1
weight-
to my strength, so that being a negative 15?
No.
No.
Who are over encumbered
what is your
existing.
strength score?
9.
9
Just-
times 15.
Just click on equipment and weight carried.
135. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll carry it. That way Jules doesn't look like she has a Kagome backpack.
It's kind of funny that Julie can carry more than all that.
She's an ant. Got it.
Okay, so as you make your preparations to get ready to leave, and you set your days off to head north along the high road, as the road leading up north is called. On your adventuring ways, as you pressed around the Mare of Dead Men, which is a gulf that runs along the road, this part of the high road runs parallel to the Mere of Dead Men, a swamp full of dangers, pestilence, and death. Alongside the road,
Joy?
a lizard folk is pleading with a male human dressed in black leather. Behind the dark figure, 2 bugbears stand with their morning stars drawn, staring at the lizard folk with menace in their eyes. The human shouts loudly enough for you to hear. Not acceptable, friends. Show this walking fish my displeasure. The lizard folk starts to argue, saying, I am not a fish, I am... But the bugbear interrupts with the half of their weapons, knocking the wind out of the lizard folk and driving it to its knees. The poor creature catches sight of your party, looking at all you with a pleading expression.
1, my character is chaotic. 2, I don't know this situation. 3, I forget the alignment of lizard folk.
Well, that's... I don't know. That's generally on how your character's going to play it.
I've never dealt with lizard folk before, but, you know, I see 2 big fuzzy things attacking, and even if this person's a bully, they have muscle.
Yeah, I don't like this situation.
I
Gonna
look
make
at my
things
group.
I've punched a bear before.
I am trying to look at my group to gauge, and I'm just going to throw in my 2 cents to the group before we get too close, as we don't know what the situation is.
Honestly, we have no idea if this guy owes them money or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how do we know we're not siding with the bad guy in this? Not that I really care to begin with.
I mean, to be fair, if someone had come along whenever we were dealing with that gnome and saw us...
Yeah. That's a solid point. I think we just need to ignore this guy and move
True.
on. I mean, what's the use if we get hurt on our way to this other mission?
We
That's
wouldn't wanna use
fair.
we wouldn't want to use our healing potions for something unnecessary.
Yeah. Maybe ask a question, see what's going on, decide then.
Nope.
I'd rather... No, if we talk to them, the the lovely
We're in-
group might think that we're engaging.
How about a brisk wave goodbye?
Nope. Ignore. Move along.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah. Who hadn't got mugged once or twice in their life?
Besides, if they're talking, they don't want him that immediately anyway. So, he should be fine.
I'm good with that. So we just act like the golden or yellow brick road, and we just walk on off on our merry way, I guess.
Yep.
Go chaotic.
Okay then.
He had like 50 gold to give us or something.
So after a couple, this probably happens a day after the events. But after turning, let's see. So generally, you guys right now. Okay. So it is at this point that you get to a intersection of the, which is, you believe is the general path you need to take to where you need to go for your next location. But it is at this point, sitting cross-legged in the middle of the road is an odd-looking figure wearing not a stitch of clothing. In
Is
one
it a
hand,
gnome?
in one hand, he fiddles with a copper medallion etched with the image of a thin, tangled pair of antlers. He might be a beardless dwarf, or a
Oh.
short and pale half-orc, or a human with a gland condition. Either way, he doesn't look up as he speaks in a voice that sounds like a goat choking on sawdust. Fortune has strange and terrible things in store. So I am here as Fortune's lackey. Fair or foul, weal or woe, chant or howl, friend or foe.
Don't make eye contact with naked crazy people.
Yeah, let's.
Let's keep moving.
Before-
Buffoon, keep moving.
Before everyone does anyone notice the coin he wields?
Listen, if
He's
there's
naked.
something close to his body while he's naked, I don't want to look.
He is naked. We are not looking. I am a small.
Yeah, Jewel, you're in a bad position with your height.
No. She's being carried. She can't weigh more than enough to make me encumbered. I'm good.
You just like pick her up and rotate her around to look directly at you, like, don't look.
But that doesn't answer my question, though.
I probably did not look. I'm like, oh, hell no.
Probably
So I
not.
got one no.
Grab
no's.
my mace firmly in my hands and keep walking.
Galdor? Jules?
Well,
Not looking. Not looking.
I'm probably not. I'm probably seeing the coin, but not per se what's on it.
Give me a religion check.
Roll low, roll low, roll low.
8.
Good job.
You do not know what this is.
And we're walking.
And we're ignoring.
We're walking.
Serdan's gonna be like, damn it, I had all these encounters. Like, nope. No encounters here.
Well, there is one thing that I want to do.
What's that?
I'm flipping a coin to him.
Buy some pants.
Now, wait a minute. I want to see. The question is if it's head or tails.
Okay. Like, you're actually flipping a coin to him?
Yes, a gold coin. But I want to see if it's head or tails.
Okay, so,
Can we?
alright,
How
so
can we
Roll a
simulate?
D2.
Or just roll a d4 and even odds.
Well, we first need to know what's head and what's tails.
Well, yeah,
One's
one
head,
We don't know the
one's
context.
tails.
Okay. Then,
Alright.
then I say nothing and keep going.
Okay. Let me see. What happens now? Galdor,
Yeah.
you feel odd after flipping the coin towards him. You don't notice it until leaving.
He was infected by nudity.
And as of right now, you don't know why you feel this way, but you move on.
Yeah. Weird.
Griffin, you okay? You didn't catch any of the crazy.
Is his pants
I'm
on him?
fine. Just, I don't know. It was something like, it wasn't a chill, but it felt like strange.
Let's
Keep
see.
your pants on.
Actually, you're a warlock, so how's the best way to describe this? Would you say you've encountered other warlocks in your background check?
Yes, definitely. I actually learned from a warlock to become a warlock, so.
Well, in that case, because of that, part of you feels there was a curse inflicted on you.
Oh well.
That's what we get for helping the needy. This is why we shouldn't help anybody.
Well, but the thing is, you're not sure what this curse does.
Hopefully it's not a curse of exploding pants.
So it is roughly at this point, as you start to move off the Tribord Trail and onto a more or less used track. Ahead on the road, a rough road, a pair of dead horses and an overturned cart block your way. Sacks and barrels spilled from the cart litter the ground. Trees grow close to the road here, and a thick undergrowth obscures the view beyond. At which point, we're going to go to the map.
To the map, you
Okay.
said.
Okay, so we're
Everybody
gonna
on
see
alert.
this, and I'm gonna say, like, this is obviously an ambush. Is there any way to go around?
You ought to start here. If you can see my ping.
Ooh, this is a cool map.
Not the horses. I look at the horses.
Not the horse.
All I could think about is, like, oh no, the ponies.
I stop the group a second, and I raise my hand to my lips, and I'll be right back.
I'd like to go stealth.
I'm gonna stealth once I'm here.
Alright. Give me a stealth roll.
Which one?
Okey-dokey. Well, I mean, you said you were also going to try to stealth, right?
So
Ooh,
14
nice.
plus-
You know, just to I did it wrong, but it's fine.
I got a total.
21?
All right, so Aura got a 21. Bolgan?
I had a 16.
Okay. Where are you moving, though, Bolgan?
Well, I mean, if you're going south, I'm heading north to kind of flank whatever might be around.
All right.
And I'm going to keep going thinking I'm stealth. And I'm going to give a decent look
All right.
around these trees and stuff to see if I notice anybody lurking.
All right, give me a second. Bolgan, give me a perception roll.
Perception, okay.
I did my thingy wrong.
Unfortunately, it's just a 0.
That's
And
a
I
shame.
rolled a 14.
14. Okay. All right, we'll get to you in a second.
That doesn't bode well for me.
All right. Aura, what were you doing?
I was going to try to, be sneaky and also look around these trees and stuff, see if I notice anyone at all who seems shady or any sort of ambush setup or anything like that.
You don't see anything or near your tree, Aura. And Bolgan,
Mm-hmm.
you see something rather perplexing and odd.
What do I see?
You notice in this tree, you see several goblins standing motionless in the underbrush, while several more perch in the trees. And you got a what now? A 14?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 14. Now, are you talking about perception or are you talking about for stealth?
Perception.
Okay. Yeah, it's 14 on that. This scared me for a second. I was like, uh-oh.
So that's what you see.
I quickly raise my hand up in alarm and signal to Riffin and Jule, as well if Ariel can see me, that there's something here. And I'm like, kind of numerous fingers in the air kind of thing, like, yeah.
Okay. At this point, Riffin, Julie, give me perception rolls as well.
Alrighty. $15.
All right,
I
Riffin.
don't even see Bolgan.
Do you want me to do a perception roll? Because you didn't have me do a perception roll.
Yeah.
That is 15.
Okay. And Riffin, what did you get?
5.
Okay. It's like Riffin, you're looking at the area where Bolgan kind of pointed out, but it's like
I'm not even looking at Bolgan.
You're looking at the dead horses. That's what you're looking at.
The ponies!
But Aura and Riffin, as he points this out, Aura and Julie, sorry. As he points this out, you also notice something else about the goblins. Something that seems very out of place. They're dead.
They're just standing there frozen and dead.
Yeah.
This is some Blair Witch crap going on around here. Anybody want to go another direction?
If only.
This is the only direction to Fandolin.
That snow-peaked, perilous cliff over there looks safe.
So what do you guys do?
Well, I mean, you said they're dead.
I would say there's no danger in that, but I know otherwise.
Poke 'em with
Necromancers
the stick.
exist.
Well, good thing we're not on horses. We could maybe go southwards.
I
Past it.
like. Okay, I'm gonna sneak kind of go over there to look at these goblins a little bit closer, but still have my daggers out just in case.
I'll move up a little bit
Yeah.
too behind you,
Okay.
just to
Can
be on
I-
the safe side to protect.
See what might have killed them? Like, is there like bludgeoning damage, slashing damage, any notable?
Sentient vines.
Yeah, is there any noticeable thing on them?
It's hard to say, actually. And as you get a closer investigation at this, they've been propped up and tied into their positions.
Hmm.
Going south.
Maybe a decoy? Everyone's looking at the goblins in the trees and have their back to the attacker.
Possibly true. I noticed that the first several trees on the other side were clear, but I didn't go further in. Perhaps they're there.
Maybe we should
I'm gonna
head
check.
south.
I'm gonna check a couple of their pockets just to see if they were looted already.
Okay.
I'll cover you. I get a javelin ready just in case something happens during this.
You don't find anything on them.
Okay, they're already looted, which means whatever killed them. So, does it look like stabs or slashes or anything, or just all I see is them being propped up?
Give me a medicine check.
Okay. Medicine. That's cocked. Damn it. Probably not. 10?
From what you are seeing, there are no physical damages on these individuals.
Hmm.
I look back at Jule.
So, potentially mental damage. What? Is there any creatures in the forest that do mental damage?
Jule.
She wasn't here, dear. She was with us. She has an alibi. Her alibi is us.
Damn it. It's all I had.
That's exactly what I want.
I was holding her. Unless she somehow switched herself with a bag of rice.
Jule was a mind flayer the whole time. We only thought she was a little green.
Well, I would say we check the wooded area and see if there's anything else that comes out.
Agreed. Jule, Riffin, stay close. Keep her ready.
Going south.
Roger that.
Going north.
Now, which trees? Is just these
Lady.
trees you've checked out?
Yeah, I checked out this one and this one.
Okay.
I didn't get further in because
So-
you motioned.
Yeah.
So anything further in
So we
might have things.
So we might want to start like around here before we move down to somewhere like this. That way we don't end up getting ambushed.
Maybe, but we should have a couple of us check these upper ones just in case, and then maybe rejoin the group on these lower ones because the lower ones look a little bit more condensed, a little bit
Yeah.
probably easier to hide in.
In that case, I'm going to move right with the javelin at the ready.
Yeah, I have my blades out and I'm still trying to be quiet and just scouring trees really quick.
And be
gonna-
right back.
I'm going to head straight west and try to check out this red tree over here.
Okay.
You know, with that shouting to us, they might already have heard us.
No, we weren't shouting. Me and Galdor were just talking. You're the one that said, "Going south!"
That's true. Good distraction, Riffin. We'll do the sneaky while you go and get the ambushed.
So,
Yeah,
where are you
so
guys moving?
I'm going to sneakily move towards the red tree over here,
Yeah, just kind of whoop, 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 whoop.
trying to get a good vision of what's going on.
Yeah, so then with what I wanted to do with that coin, I did it a bit wrong, but it's fine.
Right.
So do I see anything between the red and green tree over here and here?
Give me a perception roll.
15.
No, you don't see anything in there.
17.
You don't see anything there either.
Okay, so the north end looks clear, at least these sections.
Try to stay out of the open.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the idea of a killing field.
But yeah, even just from what I did, would probably have got me cursed anyway. Because I know that sign.
Okay, so they're probably waiting for someone to check. Okay, so is it just horses? But you said there was a cart, right?
It's somewhere. There it was.
I assume
No,
it's
but you're
behind one of
cart.
the horses.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume that they're waiting for someone to check on the cart and to see if there's anyone else alive there.
Good old loot setup.
Yeah, exactly. So we just slowly go further into this tree line and see if there's...
By the time that you are there, I'm probably already here.
Yeah. So you guys were checking the northern. So generally go back to the northern because
Whee!
Rick never had a chance to do his thing. So
We'll wait. Just tell us when
Yeah.
it's cool.
I'll stay back near the tree like we've already come back a little bit.
So Riffin, where are you checking out?
I am going slowly past basically as far around the tree line as I can.
Okay. Give me a general
yeah.
perception roll.
There's a difference between general perception and throwing, right? That's an 13.
Looks clear to you.
Then I keep going.
It's a pretty thick path, actually. So, generally, you are going off the map at that point.
Yeah, I figured out.
So, where does everyone meet up then after their initial searching of the area?
Well, considering there was two of us that searched this area, I assume that we searched it fairly thoroughly. Considering it was just Riffin down south, I would say with the more condensed trees, have a couple more eyes on it and meet up probably here.
I agree, because I'm feeling more south. If the bodies are north, that might be something to distract somebody like, oh, let's go south to go around this. You know, kind of lead somebody into an ambush.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't already strike. Honestly, if they were there here when you were looking at those bodies.
I'm gonna check, the more condensed tree.
Well, we were being
area.
stealthy, so maybe they just didn't notice us yet.
Yeah.
Well, you were stealthy up until the point that or went to the other side of the road, and no matter how stealthy you are, you can't hide in that part.
I mean, it depends, really.
No, you can't hide in that part.
In Skyrim, I've walked straight up to somebody's stealth.
Yeah, but it's Skyrim.
Yeah, but it's also to DM discretion.
They wouldn't be able to hear you, sure, but if they are looking at the path, they would still have seen you.
Alright. So, how are we looking?
I don't know. You tell me.
Should we roll perception, or just...
If you want.
15.
Oh, only a 6 that time.
Okay.
17.
I'm too thick a bush.
Alright, so you got a 15. I mean, it's very silent. It's like there's no one here. You're not
So
seeing
there's not even
any-
like birds chirping or anything?
There's like wild random.
Okay.
There's like off in the distance, away from where activity is from you guys, but generally it seems very quiet.
Hmm.
Random shrieking Pidgeotto. Well, we're in the tall grass. I mean, you never know what we're going to find.
Is Julie also coming, or is she going to stay in that corner all the way at the top?
Julie stepped out of the call for a moment, so...
Huh.
I think it's nap time for Julie. Sir Dan, because of the position of Julie, you want to say that maybe I picked up Julie and put him on my shoulder so they're not halfway across the map?
If you would have Julie with you when you do stealth rolls, you would be at disadvantage.
Well, I mean, now,
Yeah,
since we've
I'm
gone
back.
south. Okay, good.
Welcome back.
I was like trying to figure out how to get you to come with us so we didn't accidentally leave you
I
behind.
was going to say,
Yeah,
Julie,
sorry,
while
I
you're-
had to use the restroom real quick.
Anyway, Julie, while your companions are searching the underbrushes and the outskirts of the road, what are you doing?
I'm just keeping an eye out. It's just they told me about what they saw in the with the dead horses nearby.
Yeah, you see 2 dead horses on the road.
And did they tell me about the goblins in the brush, or no?
I
Did
would
anyone- did
say,
anyone?
We probably pointed it out.
yeah, I would say they're dead. They've been looted. They're standing up. They've been
Suspended.
woke up, suspended to stand up.
Right. And so I would have stayed back a bit, just keeping an eye out, because this is
So
reading
yeah,
to
shall
me
we?
as
Shall we
ambush.
continue on?
If you want to, there's nothing stopping you.
Might as well.
Alrighty.
But do show me where you are moving, though.
Well, I figured since all this is
Okay.
very condensed, I'm just gonna, keep going along this way.
Before everyone does, Bolgan.
Damn it! Someone's dropping from a tree.
Give me a perception roll.
Okay. I'm trying to stay under the tree line to keep myself obscured. That's better
All
than
of a
last
sudden,
time. It's a
drop bear.
12.
What'd you get?
Better than last time. It's a 12. Only
Okay,
had an 8 last time.
Let me see here.
It's times like this I wish I spec'd into perception.
Oh, sorry. Actually, everyone else give me a perception roll as well.
Alrighty.
Ooh, 20.
July. Oh, okay.
Natural 1.
Hooray!
Aura,
You
Riffin,
found a stick.
you two notice this. It seems like as Bolgan was kind of generally just walking by along the outskirts of the underbrush, you notice back on the trail the horses suddenly stand up.
What?
Guys, I
What?
got
What? What? Nope. Nope. Nuh-uh.
And at
Nuh-uh.
which point, they look over in Bolgan's direction.
God damn it, Volgan. What did you do?
I'm trying to stay in cover. Apparently, cover's bad in this situation.
And at which point,
I'm gonna just say
No.
Volgan, and I point.
Ah,
unfortunately,
shit.
by the time that happens,
These are dense trees.
oh, I know.
Big guy trying to sneak through the trees. They probably look just like the photos of the Sasquatch
Now, here's the odd sight. While you did see them stand up, at one point it's like, oh, it's a horse. Then you see them turn their head. Part of its flesh has fallen off.
Yeah, I figured that as soon as you showed up with skeleton freaking
Sacred flame, sacred flame, sacred flame.
Which, unfortunately, yeah. So at this point, initiative, everybody.
the power of the Morning Lord compels you.
Well, since I do have javelin ready, does that mean we get to toss weapons as soon as we start?
My weapons were already out, so hey.
Let's see. Let's take a look here, stat-wise.
That is. Ooh.
18.
I only thought I had a +1 to initiative. I have a +2, so that makes that a 19.
Mm.
10.
So Aura had a. What did you get, Aura?
19.
Griffin had a 10. Julie?
8.
8?
18.
Oh, 18. You keep cutting out.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
your mic is like really bad shape today.
Logan.
Let me
That
roll.
is weird. Is this better?
No.
I'm gonna have to test
No,
this.
not really.
Logan, what's your initiative?
10 plus 2, 12.
Alright, let me see what the horses get.
Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. His flesh fell off. Time to stop running.
Oh god. No, it works. It works. Because it's like, look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Its flesh fell off. Guess it praised Satan?
Oh my
It
god.
praised Satan. It must die by God.
Oh.
You're like going into cleric-y goodness, aren't you, Jules? I forget.
The power
Yeah, I
of
got
humbug
some holy-
compels you.
So,
Jeez.
yeah, they critted on their freaking initiative.
Boo!
And you start to see it head right towards Bolgan.
Good luck getting through those trees, bitch!
They don't care.
That should be rough terrain, damn it.
Even so, they have the movement for it.
Uh-oh. It's almost like these horses can move fast or something.
It's that lack of flesh. It makes them speedier.
Aerodynamic.
So,
Bolgan
Bolgan,
survive.
you are getting two hooves coming your way from these creatures. Let's see.
Horsepower.
Oh,
My little abominations, coming to suck out your soul.
Ooh, 21 to hit.
Well, that definitely passed my armor class. I'm thinking I'm probably going to want to do my, what's it called? Stone's Endurance, yeah.
Just wait for the damage.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
That's going to be 10 points of damage.
I think I'm going to be taking that Stone's Endurance. Is that just
Okay,
from
no.
one horse?
Yes, and now the other one.
Oh, God.
Oh, frick.
Ooh, a 20 to hit.
So,
Ooh, okay, and that's gonna be. That one's only 9 points.
so 9 points, and what was the other one?
It was 10, which you just don't endurance, so that reduced it
1d12 plus
to-
4.
Are you alive?
Stones endurance. No, well, don't you roll for the stones endurance?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to roll.
Yeah, so that's a what, D12?
Which I just happened to roll a 12, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, so...
So basically, you took no damage on the first kick, but you definitely
Ah, shit.
feel something on the second hook kicks you, which
Yep.
is 9 points of damage.
Goody.
And that is their turn. Aura,
Ow!
You just see these horses get up and move through the brush like it's nothing as they attempt to kick Bolgan multiple places. What do you do?
I'm a little bleedy.
Okay, so question. So if I do 2 weapons, the second weapon is technically my bonus action, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. I will keep that in mind. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, so come to mama. Where are my thingamabobs? I got 20. Actions. There we go. Okay, so 12 to hit.
Unfortunately, that misses. As
Oh.
you
Oof.
as you attempt to jab it with your flesh into its flesh, it's like
Rapier.
It's
Rapier
like-
into the flesh.
yeah,
I'm not poking it.
With flesh.
Oh.
it's like wait, it should have. It's like apparently one of the bardings that were still left on it just managed to like protect it.
Well, okay. Then I guess we are going to try the second one. 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so that's
So you
1d4.
Yep.
Not the 2, because that's... Right? It's not 2, even though... Okay. Even though the first one didn't hit, I still don't get the added from the offhand, right?
you only get the weapon damage from the offhand. You don't add your to it.
But I can still do sneak attack, right?
I believe so. Yes, as long as it's a light type weapon.
Yes,
Or-
okay, so that's 2 plus 4 sneak attack damage, so 6 damage total.
All right.
And I'm stuck here because I had to do a bonus action to hit it at all.
Mm-hmm. All
I'm
right.
just gonna
so-
kind of lean somewhat, behind Bulgan.
Julie.
I'm a mountain.
Okay, I'm gonna launch a guiding bolt at this one right here.
Which one?
The
This
one north
right
of me.
here.
The
Okay.
closer one.
Gotcha. Roll to attack.
Come on, lucky dice.
Don't hit a tree.
That
Maybe.
is a 19 on the die, so that is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Jesus.
Okay. Grab my 4d6. That's a 4. That's a 2. That one bounced onto my other dice. That's and another one. So a total of 8 points of damage.
Go team!
Okay. And it's still standing, but as of the moment, because of guiding bolt, I believe the next attack has advantage.
It's shiny.
And for my bonus action, I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points to regain that spell slot.
Okay. Anything else? Olgan.
Bad horsey! Bad horsey!
Wait. Oh, white.
I mean, I did have a javelin ready earlier, but did that, not really come into play at all?
No, not really. Because they were higher on initiative, and technically it was not it's not like a situation where you had the surprise on them or they had the surprise on you because someone was able. So it kind of circumvented it.
I mean, to be
So-
fair, we managed to point it out before they got a sneak attack on you.
Well, more of a surprise round on you guys.
That's what I meant to say.
So, Olgan, you have 2 skill tool war horses in your face? What do you do?
My first question is when it comes to D&D, I know undead generally needs bludgeoning, but does this count since they're freshly risen horses?
I mean, who knows if they're freshly
don't-
risen? They're skeletons.
You don't
Well,
know.
I
You
mean,
would
the artwork
presume.
skeleton, I'm not sure if they're actually got meat on them or not.
The
No.
flesh came off!
Did he say all of it? I thought it just on the face came off.
From what you are seeing right now, their flesh is still sliding on them, but it's more like you see bone exposed from these
Is it like
creatures.
okay? Is it like how whenever you see some old people, how the skin is like coming away from their body, but it's still there?
It's a mixture of that and the next step, which is gross.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, well, the first thing I'm gonna do is go into rage.
Dragons never
But
actually
anyway,
could
But
make-
anyway, guys, Bolgan, go.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna rage after taking that hit.
Okay.
So,
DM, remind me to have Griff tell you about the main button thing that allows the DM to like lower people's volumes for a minute.
Noted. Anyway, what are you doing, Bolgan?
all right. Well, since I don't know whether or not I want to use my mace to bludgeon or not, I'm just gonna go with the halberd and hope for the best.
Okay.
But what
So,
if you stick through the skeletal?
I'm not sticking. I'm swinging. Axie, chop, chop. So that's what, a D20 plus 6.
Mm-hmm.
And it rolled right off the thing. Let me pick it up.
You missed.
Yeah, it didn't roll off this time. Let's see, 8 plus 6 is, what,
14.
14? That's what you had last time, wasn't it? Oh, it is? Okay. Whew.
Which one are you attacking, by the way?
The one directly north. The one that puts Ariella in danger. Once again, always gotta prioritize my friends.
The one you have advantage on.
I have advantage on somebody?
Yeah.
The one north of you, because
Oh, okay.
Julie, guiding bolt.
Guided bolt.
Yeah, I have no idea what Guiding Bolt does, so...
It does damage, but it also makes the next thing to try to attack have advantage. So you can roll again on that d20.
You can always try critting it.
Yep.
So see if you crit.
Okay, I'll roll again. That's just a 12, so that puts me up to, what,
Better
18?
Well, you still hit, so roll damage.
Okay. It's a 10 plus 4. Pretty sure that's a 10. 6, that gives me 10 damage.
Alright, and with a mighty swing, you cleave this thing's head off. As you think it was neighing, but in a very deadly manner. As
Take that, you abomination.
And now, I believe that's all you can do for this turn. Yes?
I look nervously at Ariella and, like, give a shaky thumbs up, like, yeah! So I'm trying to shake
I
off the kick to
smile
my
at
chest. A little blood
Alright.
trickling down my lip. Ow!
Griffin.
Let's go here and Eldritch Blast it.
Alright, we'll do it.
That's a 13.
That hits.
Okay.
So wait, what didn't hit him earlier?
12 did not hit him.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I guess we know where we need to aim now.
That's a 10 force damage.
Alright. As you wield your Eldritch Blast, as parts of its flesh is flayed off as more skeletal.
Oh god!
Bones are-
Oh god!
Do these things have saddles?
Not anymore.
Well, I mean, I only cleaved a head off. I mean, technically one might be still around.
Anything else, Griffin?
No, I'm fine, I guess. I keep my my sword and shield ready. Basically.
The undead horse looks at Bolgan.
Same to you, buddy.
Ooh, that's definitely gonna hit a 25.
Anything over 16's gonna hit.
Listen,
I really need to invest in some heavy armor.
maybe you can cross class into a wizard of some sort and get the
Ooh.
shield spell.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
Luckily, I do have my berserk on right now, so.
Yeah, good thing because let me see. What's half of 16?
8.
You took 8 damage.
Yeesh.
Yeah, unfortunately, I rolled max on the dice on damage on that one.
How?
I'm down to 12 HP, everybody.
You're fine.
Or
You're fine.
you're up.
You're still like only 5 hit points.
It's
less than
engaged
my
with
max.
something, and is that enough? Is that enough? Please, 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 please. What do I get? It's a 4 on attack, right? Yes! 13! Suck a bitch!
13 hits. Roll damage.
I rolled a 9! Thank you for the +4! I freaking... Oh, God. I'm okay.
Roll damage.
Woo! 7, 8, 9 plus 2 sneak attack damage.
So how much total?
Okay, so that was 9 plus 2 sneak attack damage, so 11 damage total.
It's still standing, but
And with my bonus action,
all
Whoop.
right. Disengaging. Get away. All right. That's it for you then, Aura?
kick its ass! Go team!
Julie.
Too late. Save me, please.
I'm gonna
Okay,
bardic inspiration without actually barding or inspiring.
Woo!
Okay, I'm gonna take out my new diamond,
Oh boy.
and I'm gonna have it start turning a nice color of red for fire.
Okay then.
And I'm gonna
the
cast.
trees!
Too
I'm
late.
gonna cast
Oh, there's gonna be a
chromatic
forest
orb.
fire tonight.
Chromatic
Nice.
orb.
All right. Roll to attack.
Oh boy.
What's the range
That's
on that?
7 plus 6. That's 13.
This ain't an area attack, is it?
Is that a cone?
That hits.
That
Oh,
hits. Okay, I gotta roll 3d8s. Okay.
Half of the Larkin fire was bound on Larkin.
Okay, that's 6. Plus 7, that's 13. Plus another 6. 19.
It's dead. As just flames irradiate out from the bushes. as
Now
it
it smells like burnt rotten meat.
scorches the rest of the remaining flesh off the bones of this warhorse skeleton.
What was the name of that one big red dragon that Vox Machina had to fight?
Thordak.
Yeah, she just Thordak that fucking horse.
How much of the
How much of the
Area
trees
is
are
not-
still there?
is not on fire?
I feel like we're covered in shrapnel of meat and rotten bone.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing on fire. It's like singe mark at best. I mean,
Okay, you said there was a cart.
it's off the map, but at the moment though, we will end today's session.
Guys, remind me that there is a cart we need to loot next session.
Yes.
There's a card we
Ow.
need to loot next sec.
No, remind me next session.
Actually, you know what? We'll finish this right here. So you guys check the cart, or at least the remains of what is left of the cart.
Yep.
As you
Yep.
get over and check on the cart, most of the let's see here. Most of the crates, sacks, and barrels that litter the road and the wagon have already been emptied and of valuables.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. However, though, one cask of Luskin ice mead remains intact among the looted goods.
We're gonna need that tonight.
Anyone thirsty?
Yeah.
And we will end today's session here. So,
Okay, somebody put this in their inventory.
Not me.
Buffoon.
All right,
Buffoon, yeah.
I gotta figure out how to do this.
So, as far as it goes, thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully, maybe next time, we'll see what happens after when everyone arrives in Phandalin.
We gonna
Okay.
drink.
Have a
That's
cab now.
We're
Take
gonna
care.
go drink.
I'm gonna need me a rest.
bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.
We're
Bye-bye.
clear.